right, we're just getting ready to go live here in a bit. And all right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to week 16 of the NFL season. I am your host, good old JR. Shortly, Brandon, my good brother, he'll be joining me in a minute so that way we can try to talk in regards of who we think is going to win in this week's matchups. And let me tell you, we have a lot at stake this week. Usually he'll be joining me on YouTube, but today he's going to be joining me live on Instagram, so we're just waiting for him. So pretty much it's all football today. We're just going to be talking about the games that are coming up, who we think is going to win each one, and then we're going to go from there. So just give me a minute. Let me see if I can try to get him on and everything. Give me 1 second. Let's see here. Bam. Okay, here we go. Here he is. Yep, here he is. Brandon, what's going on, man?
Good, man.
I'm good, man. How are you doing?
Doing good.
All right, week 16. You ready to do this?
Yeah.
A lot of games with a lot of implications this week, so I'm actually kind of excited, man. I mean, it's do or die for a lot of these teams, so I can't wait, man. I cannot wait.
Yep.
Up the top, what's up, man?
What's up, man? What's up?
Uh-oh. Here we go. So, you ready to get right into it? You ready to do this?
Let's do it.
All right. You're going to have to wait a little bit for your team because you guys are the last one on the schedule. So, we'll get to your team in a minute.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a good thing or a bad thing.
We'll get there. First off, though, we got to get through tomorrow, Thursday Night Football, 49ers, Titans. The Titans, I don't care about your season anymore. Damn. Off the top, really off the top. But here we go.
Well, they've been doing good. They just lost to Philly.
It's okay. It's okay. It's going to be okay. Now, 49ers, Titans, look, the Titans, they want to keep their division hopes alive. They want to keep playing. They want their division hopes alive. The 49ers, they want to keep this thing rolling to sneak into the playoffs as one of those perennial NFC West teams. And tomorrow, it should be a good one. Miguel, what's up, my man? So tomorrow should be a good game. I'm excited for it. I think it's a contrast between these two teams. The 49ers, excellent run game, excellent defense that's been playing as of late. The Tennessee Titans kind of spiraling here. We thought when Derrick Henry got hurt, we kind of thought that was the end of it, but they showed some life. But these last 2 weeks, not looking too good. So, Brandon, you're the guest, man. Who you got?
Is that a question? I'm going to San Francisco. Is that a question?
I mean, I have to ask.
All right, listen. Tennessee is becoming Tennessee without Derrick Henry. That's exactly what we expected.
Yeah.
Tennessee without Derrick Henry looks like Tennessee.
And at the worst time because the Colts are right behind them.
You know what's crazy? The Colts and the Titans are literally the same damn team.
In contrast, when you look at it, yeah,
They're the same damn team.
they're the same team.
If you took Jonathan Taylor out right now, the Colts would be absolutely done.
Yeah. No, you're right. I mean, it's, and I think that's the thing. I think that's the reason I think the Colts still have an edge in this division is because of Jonathan Taylor, and we're talking about a margin. Yeah. Look, I'm gonna go 49ers as well on this one. They've just been playing the better part of football in the better end of the season. The Tennessee Titans have just lost their groove offensively. Defensively, they're not doing anything. They're not getting the turnovers like they used to. They're not getting to the quarterback like they used to. It's not working out. And for that reason, I'm going to go 49ers on this one.
And I think Jimmy Garoppolo is a way better quarterback than Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah. Anybody who was talking shit about Carson Wentz is pretty quiet this year. Yes, because I am so happy that he went. I'm so happy that he went 5 for 12.
Talking shit. What do you mean talking shit? Because talking shit can be a lot of things. It can be a negative talking shit. It can be a positive talking shit.
Like I was positive. I thought Carson Wentz was going to be, at least in a good situation with Indianapolis. But I mean, they're not the reason why Indianapolis is winning.
Indianapolis State no matter what.
Yeah.
Because he played like over 70% of the.
Yeah. Well, it's already been decided. Philadelphia is going to get Indianapolis's first round pick.
That's such a stupid trade. What the fuck were they thinking?
It is what it is, man. It is what it is. But it looks like we both got the Niners on this one. Next game. Again, I say a lot of these games do have implications because there is a lot of implications in this next game. Browns, Packers. Look, the Browns need this. They need this win to keep at least their playoff hopes alive. The Packers need this win to keep their number one seed intact. So, me personally, I'm going to take the first crack at this. I'm going Green Bay. Green Bay is going to show the NFL what the Raiders should have done to Green Bay on Monday. You know, they're still out. They're still out, and Green Bay is just too good to lose to Cleveland. I'm sorry, Cleveland. It was a fun ride. It's just not this time, man. Give me Green Bay.
Baker Mayfield's about to see what a real quarterback looks like.
Oof. Why I got to bring Baker into this?
Aaron Rodgers is about to tear Cleveland apart. And we don't know if Myles Garrett's going to actually play in that game because you know he got injured Monday.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to be able to come back and play in that game. Saturday night, that's a lot. Then you still try to get people off of COVID, and you don't know what the effects of this COVID really will have on people. So trying to get them back and get them in practice, and then it's just too short. You play.
Yeah, it's too much.
Now you got to flip it and go into. Then you got to get on a plane Friday and go. It's ridiculous.
It's going to be too much for Cleveland to kind of overcome this time.
Listen, the division shoulda, coulda, woulda been theirs.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda, yeah.
And they're fourth right now in the division. If you have never thought of a division that is just so goddamn up and down, this is it.
The AFC North, that's what it is. That's what it is.
I got Green Bay. I think Aaron Jones, AJ Dillon, at least run for both run for at least over 100 yards. I think both do. Aaron Rodgers has at least 3 touchdowns. Christmas present to every wide receiver that he has on the field.
Everybody's going to eat. Everybody's going to eat.
It's going to be like 48-14 if Cleveland can even get down the damn football field. I don't even know if they're going to get.
We'll see. But yeah, it looks like we both got the Packers in. According to our fans, Packers it is. All right, next game. The other second matchup of Christmas. Again, playoff implications on this one. Indianapolis taking on Arizona. Indianapolis needs this win. They need this win to keep track with Tennessee to get the division, to get at least one home game in the playoffs. The Cardinals need this because the Rams are chasing them, and we don't know what the 49ers are going to let low. I'm going to go Arizona on this one, and I'm actually going to take a page off your playbook. I think Indianapolis is going to run too high on the impressive win of New England, and I think Arizona is just going to learn from their mistakes from losing to the Cardinals. I think the Arizona Cardinals are going to win this game.
I love that you decided to take something off my playbook because that's exactly. I didn't even think about the Patriots. I didn't even think about it. I was like, I didn't even think about it. I really was just more so on the Arizona loss. I'm like, Arizona lost like to Detroit.
It wasn't like you lost to the Rams or to the Cowboys or to the 49ers itself. You lost to Detroit. No disrespect to Detroit, but come on.
All the disrespect. What are you talking about? All of the disrespect to Detroit. You lost with Pittsburgh Tigers. You can never live that down. I don't give a damn how good you are. You don't win a Super Bowl. You lost to Detroit. I can never let you live that down. Nope. Not letting you. Nope. I know it's the first game without DeAndre Hopkins. You've been without DeAndre Hopkins for most of your career, Colin Murray. You're good. You should figure it out. Cliff Kingsbury, that was a terrible goddamn offensive play call in that game. I have no idea what the hell that was. You suck. That was terrible. That was a freaking terrible offensive play call again. You need to run James Conner more. I know you got Chase Edmonds back, but James Conner literally fits this offense better.
It does. It's like the comparison to the Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard. We know Ezekiel Elliott's the better running back, but I think in the situation for Dallas, Tony Pollard is the better situation right now.
It kind of fits Arizona. He catches, he runs, he does it all. He does it all.
He's your scat back. He's your do it all. You know.
I know. Chase Edmonds is not that. And I think that's where he messed up because I think he realized, I think I messed up. Put Chase Edmonds back in this lineup like that. You got to ease that man into the game. He took too many snaps in that game. That was stupid.
I think James Conner is the perfect situation for Arizona right now, and then also to relieve the pressure off Kyler Murray and that offensive line. So, but I'm gonna go Arizona here. I just think Arizona is just. I think they're gonna be desperate mode. I think at this point.
I got Arizona to win, mainly because I don't trust Carson Wentz.
Yeah,
I trust Kyler Murray a little bit way more. And plus, they're on the road. I don't think Jonathan Taylor's going. Jonathan Taylor can run. He's a monster.
Jonathan Taylor's going to do his thing. It's what's Carson Wentz going to do.
Carson Wentz is going to throw 2 picks, and that's going to be the end of the game. He's going to throw one in the beginning, and then they're going to try to get him. It's going to be a close game, but they're going to try to get him to throw late to kind of seal it. Throw a pick, and Arizona Cardinals are going to take the game over after that.
I think so too. I just think it's too much. All right, next game. Again, a lot of these games have playoff implications written all over it. So next game, same thing. Rams, Vikings. The Rams, they're behind. They're chasing Arizona to get that division title. The Vikings are 7-7. They need this win to keep their playoff hopes alive. And to say that their playoff hopes are still alive, the NFC is just, yes, when you look at the bottom of the barrel for the last seed, it's not good. I mean, we're talking Minnesota. We're talking New Orleans. We're talking, Atlanta, Carolina. I mean, we're talking these teams. Philly. We're,
Somewhat Washington.
That's what I'm saying. When we look at the 2 seeds from the NFC, we're really talking about not 2 good teams. It's just what it is. It's not like the AFC where the wild cards are the Bills, the Chargers, stuff, the Bengals, stuff like that. We're talking, oh my God, this is the bottom of the barrel for the NFC. These guys are lucky to be here, basically. Anywho, in this case, I'm going to go with the Rams on this one. The Rams are just a better complete football team than the Minnesota Vikings are right now. I get it. Justin Jefferson is always going to do his thing, and Justin Jefferson is one of the baddest dudes to play wide receiver in the NFL. He's one of the baddest dudes, the up-and-comer. Dalvin Cook is one of the best running backs in this game today. It's just with Kirk Cousins' play as of late, I can't really trust it this too far out. And with the defense kind of underperforming as every single week goes by, and especially being a Mike Zimmer defense, it's kind of disheartening to see that. With the Rams, on the other hand, it's, hey, look, we can beat these guys, and we could still have control of the NFC West. And they need a playoff. They need a home playoff game because they do not do very well on the road. They need a home playoff game. So that's why I'm going to go Los Angeles Rams over the Minnesota Vikings.
I can't believe you would go against Kirk Cousins when he's on your fantasy football team.
I know. And it hurts me. And it's not like I could put the other guy that's on the bench. It's Big Ben. So it's not like it's any better. It's because my other guy got hurt and I needed a quarterback that week. So I'm like, fuck. It is what it is.
No, but you might get Carson Wentz.
We'll see.
I got to get rid of him. I'm going to Rams, clearly. Listen, Minnesota for the last weeks, you've shown me that you can actually win on prime time. You played Pittsburgh and freaking Chicago Bears to do it, but you've done it. Congratulations. Let's be real. If Pittsburgh had a little bit more time, they probably would have came back.
They had about 4 more minutes.
They better beat you.
Yeah.
But I'm going to Rams. I think that Minnesota's right now the 7th seed in the NFC.
And that's not even impressive. If it's not, it's like I said, when you look at the outside of the people that are fighting for that 7th seed, it's really like, hey, look, dude, congrats, you made it. Now, if it's the 49ers, it's different because they can actually play. They just got dealt with a shitty hand early in the year.
Yeah.
But it's other than that, it's like, all right, good job for making it.
But I think when I saw it last, I think it's the Rams 5th, the Niners are 6th, and I think the Vikings are 7th.
Exactly. So it's like, ugh.
It's literally like the next 2 weeks. I know the NFC West is going against each other a lot. So, yes, the Rams need this game. If we pick Arizona to win Saturday, they know they're going to have the pressures on Sunday, which means Kirk Cousins, you're going to have a lot of problems. And Justin Jefferson, one of the best receivers in the league, you're getting guarded by Jalen Ramsey. That's kind of obvious. Because if Adam Thielen is not there, even if he was there,
what would it matter? Jalen got some.
Yeah, he's going to be on.
Yeah.
Which means he's done. We're not going to even have to worry about him. So Kirk Cousins,
I think Justin Jefferson will still have a good game, though.
He will figure it out. I think he will get some, but I think also this is one of those games where Von Miller, hey man, we went and got you. This is the reason why we got you. You got to step up.
Granted, he had that one sack at Russell Wilson yesterday, but it's like, hey man, this is now the game that we need you to do it.
We're ramping up. We're getting it. We know we're going to be in the playoffs. We do know that. We're going to be in the playoffs, except if something just dramatically happens.
Like a lost Sunday, but doubt it.
But I doubt that. I think the Rams win this game, and to be honest, I think they pull away. I think it's a going away game. I think it's kind of like they're gonna probably be tight in first half, but then the second half is just like the Rams are gonna pose their way.
And the thing is too, Sony Michel's starting to find his ground again, and it's like, okay, then I think that's what might be the difference.
And that's another thing. I think that the Rams went too damn heavy on Daniel Henderson earlier. And it kind of took, why would you trade for Sony Michel if you were going to run Henderson for most of the year? That made no damn sense.
And the other thing, too, that we're not even talking about the biggest X factor in this game. It's Cooper Kupp. There's nobody on the Minnesota defense who's going to be able to handle Cooper Kupp.
If you can't handle Cooper Kupp, that means Odell Beckham's open and Van Jefferson's open.
And then Taylor Higbee's open. It just makes everything better for the Rams. So,
it's going to be embarrassing.
So, yeah. Well, let's move on to the next one. Again, this next game is literally for first place of the AFC East. The Buffalo Bills taking on the New England Patriots. Now, we all remember the last time the Bills and the Patriots play. We really couldn't get a good assessment of the game because it was windy. It was a lot of running. And, it was just a lot of embarrassing moments from that whole game. From pregame to post conference. It was very embarrassing. Look, I'm sure the Buffalo Bills circled this game because especially the defensive side of the ball, when they got told that, was it embarrassing that you guys knew that the run was coming and they still ran over for almost 250 yards, and Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde got all in their feelings of, no, it wasn't embarrassing. We just tried to do our job. It's like, well, you didn't do a very good job that night. Yeah, you didn't do a very good job that night. I mean, hide your feelings all you want. You just didn't do that good. The Patriots coming off a somewhat of a shocker loss to Indianapolis. I want to say it's such a shocker. It was just more of a fact like, damn, Indy really pulled it off. And they really pulled it off in a really good team win.
That was a shocker. Gave up 170 yards to Jonathan Taylor. It's like, after you realize Carson Wentz can't really do anything, you didn't stop the run.
But here's my thing now. The Buffalo Bills don't have a Jonathan Taylor. They don't. We can all agree that. We all see that. They don't have a Jonathan Taylor. They're not going to have a Cole Beasley. Emmanuel Sanders is still out. Stephon Diggs is your only true weapon. Yeah, Dawson Knox is nice, but he's not game-changing. And Josh Allen is really taking a step back from his MVP last year. Overall, Buffalo I kept saying this for weeks, that Buffalo, most disappointing team so far to me. This is going to be their chance to show the world that they're not as disappointing as we thought. However, I do know that the Patriots still have Bill Belichick. They still have a strong running game, and the defense is going to bounce back in a big way. Because I know that one thing I know about Bill Belichick's defense, they don't like to get embarrassed twice, which is why I'm going to go New England, especially that they're at home, and Buffalo will still keep fighting for that wild card spot.
So what I'm hearing is you're siding with me.
I'm not siding with you. If anything, you should now know that Kansas City is the top team of the AFC.
Just come on side. Come on.
No. I'm not going to the New England side.
Let's go, man. I'm trying to
I'll get there in 2 years when Mac Jones really takes off. Right now, it's still Kansas City and the rest of the AFC.
Okay, you found like the same thing with Tom Brady. When Tom Brady takes off in 2004, then I agree with you. Like I've always said, I've seen this blueprint for 20 years ago. It's the same damn blueprint. Now, listen, the Colts beating New England, the way they beat New England. I don't care if the Colts would have beat New England and it was a shootout. Then they would have been like, okay, I just lost in a shootout. I would have been like, okay, that's understandable. The fact that you lost to the way you lost to the Colts, like Carson Wentz only threw the ball, 12 times?
And he only competed 5. Understand that. He went 5 for 12.
8 yards passing. Like it's a person. And then they still won. Jonathan Taylor ran crazy. I mean,
Jonathan Taylor's just going to get his. That's the thing.
Yeah, and Mac Jones finally looked like a rookie for the first time in 7 games. He looked like a rookie.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the difference. Buffalo has no Darius Leonard. They have no DeForest Buckner on their defense. Yeah, I'm going to probably go with New England on this.
Yeah, it's the New England defense. The Buffalo Bills defense. I'm not really worried about because they do have some good talent. Yeah. It's just what we thought they were going to be. It's not there. As a team, as a whole team, I thought Buffalo was going to be way better than this point.
I will say this though: Buffalo has actually been better ever since the Tampa Bay game. Like the second half of the Tampa Bay game, that defense has actually stopped showing up. They stopped Tampa Bay.
It's just the problem is the the whole team. Josh Allen has taken the biggest step backwards.
Yeah, and that's a huge problem.
It's like so. It's one of those things where if Buffalo Bill fans, I'm talking to you, Bills Mafia, y'all want to improve this. If y'all want the narrative to stop with Buffalo being the most disappointing, because I'm not the only one saying it. You can turn it to ESPN. You can turn it to the NFL Network. People are starting to get off the Buffalo Bills Mafia hype. Now you guys just look stupid going through tables for no damn reason. Like the Dudley Boys. All right? Like, it's just, now they just look stupid going through tables.
We're not going to be dissing Team 3D. That's what we're not going to do today.
All right. 3D today. I'm just saying, when they're trying to go through the... Exactly. So if Bills want respect back, if you beat New England at Foxborough, you'll get your respect back. But I doubt it.
Yeah, I think New England wins this game. And now I think Buffalo needs to run the ball consistently because it's kind of dumb to just tell Josh Allen to throw the ball against that defense. That's kind of...
But the thing is, who's going to take over? Zach Moss? Devin Singletary?
And that's another thing. You got to stop putting 3 damn running backs in the game. Have one running back, figure it out with that one running back. I think Devin Singletary fits that offense better than those guys. Matt Breida can't run, long stretches of games. Zach Moss can't catch. Devin Singletary can do it all. Why are you continuously taking his minutes away? That's kind of
it's one of the greatest mysteries of Buffalo this year, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Now, next game, kind of like a up and down type of one. These next couple games, Giants Eagles. Look, I appreciate the Giants for what they did this year. They tried it, just didn't work out. They went free agency heavy to try to complement the Daniel Jones. It did not work out. The offensive line is still a mess. Saquon Barkley is now looking like Todd Gurley 2.0. And And I don't even know if Daniel Jones is going to be back next year for the New York Giants. I'm not even certain about this at this point. It'd be one thing if he was like improving. It's just the same old story. Like, do we trust this guy? Do we want to invest in this guy? And you don't even have a first round next year. That's or you have you're gonna have your day in the draft where you'd be like, is he our guy? There's going to be a new head coach because Joe Judge is getting fired. I don't know if this is shockers to anybody. Joe Judge is going to get fired by the end of this year. Even though he's only been there for two. Two's enough. It's over. And you're going to get a new general manager. For the Eagles, listen, great win yesterday against Washington. Really great win. They needed this. Because not to say that they can get into the playoffs, but they have a shot of making it still. It's not a good one, but it's better than some of these other teams. I'll tell you that. And if you're Philadelphia, you must be, I was watching Get Up today and I was listening to, Tannenbaum, and I can see why he's on ESPN and not an actual general manager saying that, I don't know if Jalen Hurts is still the starting quarterback. If he's not worthy of getting another look next year being the starting quarterback, then all these rookies and some of these like quarterbacks under him do not deserve to be in the NFL either. Because he's the only reason why Philadelphia is doing as good as they are. Like, yeah, I get it. The defense has stepped up tremendously, thank God. But think about this. He beat Michael Vick's rushing touchdown. He's got 10 on the year. He's completing 67% of his throws. He's thrown for 3,000 plus yards. And he's rushed for almost 800. If that doesn't consider the fact of, what? Maybe he deserves another shot. Steelers to the Super Bowl. Yep. And I got a couch waiting for you right here, man. Right here. You just come. 6624 West Cologne Drive.
The Steelers have been in the Super Bowl. They've been there, 6 times? So they have been in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I don't know about this year, but they'll be there. They've been there. They've been there quite a bit. But if Tannenbaum does not believe that Jalen Hurts should deserve another shot, it's no reason why he is no longer a general manager in the NFL. I'm going to go Philadelphia over the Giants.
Well, Mike Tannenbaum, that is the reason why you drafted Mark Sanchez and lost your goddamn job.
If he thought Mark Sanchez was a franchise quarterback, then nobody should really take to a grain of salt of what he says.
You literally drafted Mark Sanchez and literally let his ass run the ball for 2 seasons straight because you knew he couldn't throw the ball. I don't want to hear shit about you, about quarterback evaluations. You drafted the butt fumble guy. I'm not fucking listening to you about quarterbacks ever again in life. Shut up. It's never going to be the case.
Now, if Bill Belichick has something to say about quarterbacks, I'll take a listen.
I'm like, you know what? Bill might have something to say.
I'll take a listen.
Tom Brady, Jimmy Garoppolo, and Mac Jones.
He even made Jacoby Brissett look like a pro. He made Jacoby Brissett look like a Pro Bowler. So I'll tell you what. If Bill Belichick has something to say about quarterbacks, I'll take a listen.
I'm listening. I'm like, you know what? I think you're listening.
I think I might want to listen. Tannenbaum, I hit the mute button.
You drafted the butt guy.
Oh, and not only that, he drafted his replacement, Geno Smith.
Yes.
So that's enough of that. That's enough of Mike Tannenbaum for today.
Anyway, let's get to it. The Giants are going to have a complete and utter rebuild. I'm telling it right now. You say you don't know if Joe Judge is coming back. I can tell you right now. David Gettleman, Joe Judge, Daniel Jones. Goodbye.
Yeah, that's the route it's looking to.
Trading Saquon Barkley. Goodbye.
It's gonna be for Giant fans. You don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear it because of the offseason that you had last year. But Giant fans, you got to get ready. It's gonna be cleaning house.
Giants fans, if you're here, I want to let you know your ass about to be in a rebuild. Congratulations, you got exactly what you didn't want.
You put so much into this that you're thinking that Daniel Jones would take the next step when you took Kenny Golladay, starting Shepard, all these guys, and it didn't pan out.
The Giants started a couple years ago when this dummy traded up. Talk about when everybody else wanted to Jermaine Johnson. I had to trade up to get him. And then you realize, oh shit, I should have not did that.
Yeah, I get it.
Now, when it comes to Philly, good win last night, incredible win. You needed it. You were trailing 10-0 at the beginning of the game. Figured out a way to come back, win by 10 points. Congratulations, that's something. Now your head coach has COVID. He probably won't coach Sunday. But I still would take you guys over the goddamn Giants. I don't give a shit.
I mean, I get it. I know the Giants beat the Eagles last time in a stunner. I don't think it could happen twice. If it happens twice, then Philly season is over.
Philly should quit football immediately if they lose to the goddamn Giants. When all the turmoil they got, you better beat them.
So, looks like we both got the Eagles. Next game, listen, it's going to be a quick one. Bucks Panthers. Look, I love Brian Burns. I love DJ Moore. I love Dante Jackson when he does play. I like J.C. Horn. I like, Christian McCaffrey when he's healthy. It's the Buccaneers. And last time I checked, they got a pretty good old line. It didn't look like it last Sunday night.
Oh, hell no, they didn't.
It did not look like that. But up until that point, they've only given up 16 sacks at the whole year. Listen, I love Brian Burns. I love all that stuff. But the Buccaneers just have a little bit more offensive firepower than the Carolina Panthers, who have 3 quarterbacks and they don't even know who to go with. Yeah, give me the Buccaneers over the Panthers.
Carolina doesn't have our defensive line, and Cam Newton is still a quarterback, or P.J. Walker, or
Sam Darnold.
The dude off the street. I don't freaking know who Cam is.
Well, I think Cam gets to start this week. And I think Sam Darnold's going to be the backup.
I think the dude off the street is the quarterback for Carolina this week. I don't freaking know who the freak is Carolina's quarterback. I have no clue. I know Chris McCaffrey's not playing. I know that damn much.
And
they're probably going to lose.
Yeah.
Just assume they're probably going to lose.
Oh, yeah.
So, and we embarrassed the living hell out of Tampa Bay Sunday. They're going to beat you guys like a drum.
What did I tell you week 1? Or what did I tell you whenever upsets happen? The team that has to play them next just unfortunately has to catch these hands.
Oh my
Carolina, unfortunately, you got to catch these hands from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You got to catch these hands, man. I'm sorry. And that's without a Leonard Fournette. And that's without a Chris Godwin. And they're still going to throw hands, man. So, unfortunately.
Jones had the longest run last year, 99 yards. Guess who? Carolina. He's going to have probably 2 of those in the first quarter. A massacre in Carolina. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's going to be at least 50. I can see.
Unfortunately, Carolina, you got to catch these hands.
I can see Tampa putting up 50. I literally can see Tampa putting up 50 points. Carolina's just being like, do they have a mercy rule? Please.
Like, I'm pretty sure it's going to get to a point where the defensive line is going to try to pass rush and Tom's going to throw, and then Brian Burns can be like, man, we can't get to him. Look at that throw. That was a beautiful throw. Did he catch? Did Antonio Brown catch that? Yeah, he caught it. Man, that was a beautiful catch. It was a beautiful throw. So, let's move on. It looks like we both got the Buccaneers in this one. So, let's. Oh, shit. I'll give Carolina a little bit of hope. I think they'll only lose by like 27. I'll give Carolina a little hope.
I give the Buccaneers 50.
Oh. I think I'll put it this much. I think they'll only put up 30 just for mercy purposes.
Mercy? I don't think they're gonna have mercy. No, seriously, I think because of Sunday, I think the way they look Sunday, they're going to show not everybody is the Saints. So we're going to, especially in this division, this is literally another divisional game for you to show off.
Yeah.
And Carolina's not us. They don't have secondary. They don't have the players on defense like we do.
And like I said, I like Brian Burns. I like Dante Jackson. I like Jeremy Chin. I like Shaq Thompson. I like those guys.
They're amazing players. Great players. You can't put 50's getting hung on your head. 50
Antonio Brown's got one.
Antonio Brown's got one. Rob Gronkowski caught like 3. Like, what the hell is going on? Like, really? Really, Tom Brady might break the touchdown passing record today. He might literally break it.
He might throw for 8. He might throw for 8. Scotty Miller's going to get 2. Scotty Miller's going to get 2 for the fuck of it. Just for the fuck of it. It's like, oh, terrible.
Oh, he's going to put up 50. 55 at least.
All right, let's move on to the next one. Let's lay off the Panthers for a little bit because you know they're in there. They're in the playoff. They're still in the playoff picture.
I will, but Tampa won't.
Okay, that's true. Look, so this next game, it's a battle of the number 1 overall pick and the battle of the number 2 overall pick. Trevor Lawrence versus Zach Wilson. Look, man, there's nothing for me to really say anything about nice this game. And what my grandma told me a long time ago, if you can't say nothing nice, don't say nothing at all. I'm going to take the Jets, and I want to move on.
Okay. My grandma said that too to me. But then she also said, well, slap the shit out of him if you can. I don't know. Listen. Trust the Jets. I don't trust the Jags, but I trust Trevor Lawrence a little bit more than I trust Zach Wilson.
And that's really not saying much, due to the fact that Trevor Lawrence has not thrown a touchdown pass in the last 6 games.
I trust the fact that the Jags got rid of that head coach, and the Jets head coach has got COVID, and he won't be coaching. I think the Jags might take this.
Now, I am excited to see that running back battle between James Robinson and Michael Carter. I think that's going to be awesome because that's going to be the future of running backs when these other running backs get a little bit older. You know, that's going to be amazing to watch. I'm not excited about the quarterback play, the quarterback matchup, but let's see. And really what it is, it's if the Jags lose, they're almost guaranteed the number 1 pick. If the Jets lose, they could be a situation where the Jets get to the number 1 pick now. So again, the only reason you're watching this game is if you love the draft like I do. I will be watching it for draft purposes only, and that's about it. Not because of the play, and not because of Trevor Lawrence and Zach Wilson. It's because, okay, who's going to get Kayvon and who's going to get Aiden Hutchinson? That's what it's going to be. So, yeah, give me the Jets in this situation.
In Detroit, you just get steamed. Congratulations.
You. That's what it is. I mean, ever since Detroit won, they went from number 1 to number 3. And they're going to get Derek Stingley. Woo.
You should have won. You should have won. I don't know what the hell were you thinking. I'm stupid.
It was all about pride. Yeah, I know pride that gotten a lot of people killed and fucked up. So, I mean, we'll see. Speaking of pride, we got the Lions taking on the Falcons. Do you know that the Falcons are the only team that haven't won at home this year? They're 0-5.
I'm not surprised.
You know, and here's the thing. We're looking at the end of Matt Ryan. Like, nobody's really talking about this. The Matt Ryan is only going to be in the Falcons uniform for 3 more games. And then it's over. If Matt Ryan comes back to Atlanta, I would be shocked as fuck. Because either Matt Ryan didn't retire or the Falcons didn't let him go. Like, it's over. Like, whatever you thought was going to happen, it's still not going to happen. So, the Lions, they beat the Cardinals. Great win. The one thing about the Lions, though, once they get a win, they get embarrassed the next week. I think the Falcons finally get their first home win of the year and send off Matt Ryan in a beautiful way of thanking him for wasting his 15-year career with the Atlanta Falcons that never did him any favors except for that one Super Bowl run. And that 1 year when they went to the NFC Championship game. Yeah, give me the Falcons over the Lions. Okay, 2, whatever. Whatever. Thanks for 1/5 of my career being successful.
You should have asked for a trade like Julio. I got Atlanta too. Not because I like them. I just think Detroit sucks. It's just as simple as that. Like you just said,
Detroit cannot afford to win another game.
It really can't.
And like, dude, because then you're looking at you You went from Kayvon to Aiden Hutchinson to Derek Stingley. Now we're looking at a situation where you might have to take the best offensive lineman again.
Which is not bad, but it's not good either.
Like, what are you doing? Like, you want to be the Dallas Cowboys? But, I mean, Dallas already had talent. They just needed to fix the offensive line. But
Atlanta wins. I think Atlanta wins.
yeah, exactly. It's one of those. Oh.
I think Atlanta wins, but it's also not. It's just like you win, but then you're like the next couple of weeks you play Carolina and us. I guess that's
These are two teams that cannot afford to win. Unfortunately, somebody has to win.
Yeah, I think Kyle Pitts probably gets his day in the sun, and he tells Detroit a new win.
Exactly. So, next game. All right, this is going to be a quick one. Chargers, Texans. I don't care if the Chargers are missing Austin Eckler. I don't care if the Chargers are missing Keenan Allen. I don't care if the Chargers are missing Mike Williams. It's the Houston Texans. If one of those three players I just named plays, the Chargers win. And Justin Herbert alone has more talent than the whole Houston Texans roster. Give me the Los Angeles Chargers on this one.
So it sounds like you're going with the Chargers.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Chargers too. I just can't see Texans winning 2 games straight. It's embarrassing. I just can't see it.
Like, look, man, you beat the Jaguars. That's like the equivalent of Alabama beating like Appalachian State or something. Like, you were supposed to win that game. Of course you're going to beat the Jaguars. Give me a break. Give me a break. All right, let's move on. Now, this game is very important. I think it's important, at least. It's that unscrutiny of the NFC North. The one division that nobody can really put their finger on. It seems like everybody's competitive, but nobody wants to win the division. That's the AFC North. They're very competitive teams. Nobody wants to win the division. Look, it's the Ravens versus the Bengals. Look, the Bengals are just so tricky to point out. You want to give them all the praise in the world, and then they go out and get embarrassed the next week. The Ravens are 2 football decisions away from having 2 more wins and really having control of this division if it wasn't for John Harbaugh not trusting Justin Tucker. You see what I mean?
You literally let this man kick a 66-yarder.
But you don't trust him for a 25. You don't trust him for a 25 extra point? Cool.
You let him kick a 66-yarder to win 1 game.
Now, the silver lining to the Ravens is this. Tyler Huntley has played really well. He's not Lamar Jackson. He's not Patrick Mahomes. But given the circumstances of what happened, he really kept his cool against the Green Bay Packers. He really did. And the other games that he played, he has kept his cool. The Bengals, you love them because they're fun and they're exciting to watch because they're young. And they got the cool, Joe Burrow's cool. Like, he's that cool kid with the leather jacket when it's 97 degrees outside from high school. He's the cool kid. Jamar Chase is like the stud. And, you like T. Higgins. You like Joe Mixon. You like the tight end, CJ. You like the defense of the Bengals. And then you look at the Ravens, and they're just banged up. And I think that even if Lamar were to come back, let's say Lamar were to play, the Ravens are just too banged up all across the board right now I don't even think these injuries could hurt them down the road. I'm going to go Bengals on this one, only because they're at home. Sorry, Smash. I love you, man.
I took the Bengals the first time these 2 teams played. You thought I was crazy. I said the Bengals were going to win that game. I said it was going to actually be a blowout. I knew it was. I think it's going to be closer this time around. But I still have Bengals. The Bengals just have way more weapons.
Yeah.
The Bengals have way more weapons. And they got a quarterback that actually I trust a little bit more. I don't trust.
I trust the health of the Bengals more than I do the Ravens. That's what it is.
Tyler Huntley, you're playing. Listen, I get it for standards reasons to play how you played against Green Bay. Incredible. It was an incredible game from you. But I also believe Green Bay didn't have no tape on you.
Now the tape's getting out there.
Tape is coming. So it's like, oh, he can actually play this and this and that and that and this. Lamar Jackson, I don't know if he's healthy. I don't know if he's not. I don't really know. But for some apparent reason, John Harbaugh just has this idea in his head that I can't put my defense on the field in overtime. I don't know what the hell his thought process is when it happens.
It is what it is.
Maybe there's a disconnect somewhere between his brain and his decision making. I don't freaking know. But I can't say this. You do it one more time, and people are going to be looking at you like, should we fire him? Like, should we fire him? Like, what sense does that make? Like, why would you do that? Now, I got Cincinnati winning this game because I just trust. I can't believe I'm saying this. I trust Zach Taylor to actually put his team in a better position than I do John Harbaugh.
That's tough to hear. That's a shame.
That's
That is a statement you didn't think you would say this year, did you?
I never thought I was I trust Zach Taylor. His team in a better position. So I've seen this now 2 straight times where you could have just literally kicked the extra point.
And now here's the thing. Here's the thing about the Bengals that they're really lucky. And, I'm looking too forward. Free agency, there's going to be a buttload of offensive linemen. And the draft is offensive line heavy loaded. So Cincinnati can now be like, you know what? We took our star wide receiver. Let's go early and heavy on this offensive line. And now let's give Joe Burrow a complete offensive unit. And I swear to God, if that offensive unit line clicks and everybody on the offensive side of the Bengals clicks as well, that they keep going strolling, Cincinnati Bengals could dominate the AFC North as long as Joe Burrow is still the quarterback. How crazy is that to think?
It's not as crazy as it sounds because it's literally how I'm thinking. It's like they get a whole line. It's a different conversation. And they maybe get a couple more, defensive ends kind of to get the pass rush because Tyler, oh man, I wish I had Trey Henderson still.
By the way, he made the Pro Bowl. You saw that?
Oh, don't tell me that. No.
Yeah, he made the Pro Bowl. Defensive end, Trey Henderson. That's Mr. Pro Bowl.
It's funny. I literally posted last year because he led the league in sacks. It was him and Myles Garrett going back and forth with sacks last year. And he sacked Patrick Mahomes, I think, like 2 times in a game. And I was like, look at this. And they let him go. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me.
Now, here's the thing. The defense for the Saints didn't falter. However, how much different do you think that pass rush would look if Trey Hendrickson was able to stay with the Saints?
Our defense would not have had lose 5 straight games.
Because I'll tell you this much. Any defensive end that plays with tape and no gloves, yeah, that's my kind of dude. That's my kind of dude.
We would have beat Tennessee. I can't remember what other close game we had. We would have beat Tennessee. I know we would have beat Tennessee. We had Trey Henderson because he's a pass rusher. That's what he does. And it took too damn long to get to Ryan Tannehill. Freaking Ryan Tannehill. It's not that damn athletic.
So, I mean, I'll say this much, though. Trey Hendrickson, congratulations, man. Because look at that pain. I want to see that. That's beautiful pain. Trey Hendrickson is the Pro Bowler for the Cincinnati Bengals. And well deserved, too. The dude can play. Whether he's in a Saints uniform or he's in a Bengals uniform. We can both agree.
Let's move on.
The guy can play. All right. So we're going to move on. We're going to move quickly with this next game. Bears Seahawks. 2 teams that have nothing to play for other than pride. Literally pride. You're both out of the playoffs. That's a guaranteed fact now. Both are out of the playoffs. The Bears are going to be in rebuild mode with the Giants. And the Seattle Seahawks, you're 3 games. 3 games. This is the last 3 games Russell Wilson is ever going to wear a Seahawk uniform. It's over. Look, give me Seattle. Just give me Seattle because they're just better than Chicago, whatever Chicago has to offer right now. Matt Nagy's still the head coach. That's enough for me. Give me Seattle.
Oh, damn. I forgot about that. I picked Chicago. But I completely freaking forgot Matt Nagy was still in it. I literally forgot. You just reminded me, man. I'm taking Seattle.
Yeah, it's just, dude, I get it.
Like, you don't want to pick Pete Carroll, but you also don't want to pick Matt Nagy. I'm like, hey, I know what Pete Carroll.
You know what this game reminds me of? This game reminds me of the voting system in America. You got to vote for a president, and you got to vote for the worst. You got to vote for the ones that is less worse. You know?
The less of the evils.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, you don't really like Pete Carroll, but do you really like him that much better than Matt Nagy? Do you like Matt Nagy that much better, or like you really don't like Matt Nagy, but is he that much better than Pete Carroll? Like, I don't know.
I think this is one of those games that you're like, whoever wins, you're like, okay, I guess that made sense.
For Chicago, even if they lose, it's like they can't even count on the draft pick because it's going to the Giants. So, again,
I will say this though, how ironic it will be if Russell Wilson ends up in Chicago.
It's not out of the Browns' possibility, but somebody's gonna have to take a pay cut on that defensive end.
I think Justin Fields should get at least another look with a freaking real head coach. That's me personally. I think you should let this kid at least see what he can be with another head coach. So maybe he goes with a real head coach that knows how to play him. That's a different conversation. I think he might shine a little bit better.
I think Chicago's just set on with Justin Fields. So, like I said, I got the Seahawks. It sounds like you got the Seahawks. We're just gonna, yeah. Here we go. Steelers, Chiefs. Look, man, the Steelers are hanging in there. Miguel, if you're still with us, your Steelers are hanging in there by a thread, and that tie that you have with Detroit is saving your ass. Unfortunately, here's the problem. You're going to run into a Chiefs team that has finally figured out how to play defense. The offense has exploded. They are the best team in the AFC. And I'm as far as to go to say they might be the best team in football the way they've been playing the last month. Give me Kansas City. I love, like I said, I love Deontay Johnson. I love Chase Claypool. I love Najee Harris. I love that defense from Pittsburgh.
Do you love Big Ben?
No, give me the Chiefs. It's over, man. It's over. 3 more games, and then that's it. That's enough.
Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce both on the COVID list.
I do not care.
I'm the same feeling. I can't care. I just don't have it in me to give it to Pittsburgh.
In the words of Mike Tomlin, we do not care.
Listen. I will say this: the offense is still struggling for Kansas City. It's not like
it's you know what it is? I think it's struggling because we keep seeing them turn it over. But if they click and they minimize the turnovers, it's a completely different team.
I think this might be the first game we're going to see Kansas City actually run the ball a lot because they don't really have.
And the thing is, Clyde Edwards-Helaire has actually found his stride. He's not Jonathan Taylor, but he's good enough. It's good enough for Kansas City's offense to get the pressure off. So
I like Kansas City because I just feel like it's Patrick Mahomes. And Big Ben is Big Ben. Enough said. Enough said. I think it's just enough said.
So looks like we both got the Chiefs. So next game. Okay, so this game is really, again, the Chiefs-Steelers were playoff implications as well. The Chiefs want to keep on for the number 1 seed, and the Steelers just want to sneak into the wild card. For this next game, Broncos Raiders. Now, first, before we get into this game, prayers up to Teddy B, man, because that was whoa. That was like, shit's up when they take the whole face mask off and he's still with his helmet on without the face. Like, that shit's for real. Like, that shit was like, whoa, what the fuck? So prayers to that guy. I hope he's okay. And the thing is because you would think after the ACL, it's like, dude, nothing else. There's no other injury that this dude can get that he can, and it's just right there in front of our faces again. So we know he's out. and for good reasons. He needs to be out. And for good reasons. He needs to be out. So now we know that Drew Lock is taking over. Now, the Broncos are going to take on the Raiders here in Nevada. They're both 7-7. Their wild card hopes, as long as they keep winning, their wild card dreams are still alive. That's the thing. Because the division's out of the question. The Chiefs are going to win that shit. But the Broncos and the Raiders are both 7-7. If they win, whoever wins this, I'm not saying that you're guaranteed a playoff spot, but you still got a shot. And if you lose, not to say that your season's over, it's just going to get harder. It just gets harder from there. So, every week I come in here and, I give, Derek Carr and, everything, and I've said it before and I'll keep saying it. Derek Carr is Andy Dalton, Kirk Cousins. He is an average quarterback with all the talent in the world, but will never lead a team to anything. He's a good quarterback. And I get it. People want to twist it and everything. Well, look what he has to deal with. 6 head coaches in 9 years. And look at the offensive turnover and everything. Yeah, but I've also seen when we given Derek Carr everything, and we're still 4 games under 500. We've only won 4 games. I've seen both sides of Derek. And you would think that now that I know that Drew Lock is going to be the starter and we know what Drew Lock cannot do on the field, you would think I would still, I would pick the Raiders. No, I'm still going to roll with the Broncos because, like I said before, as long as Derek Carr is the quarterback of the Las Vegas Raiders, I do not trust them. And listen, the Denver Broncos right now have gotten better. Now I get it. They're just a better team right now than the Las Vegas Raiders. I think the Raiders are going to struggle with the new defensive look that the Broncos have proven. And now Javonte Williams has taken the reins over Melvin Gordon, which didn't happen in the first game. And Patrick Surtain is way better. No Henry Ruggs. Obviously no Henry Ruggs. No Darren Waller. The wide receiver core is thrown to shit. And key players on the Raiders defense are missing. Give me the Broncos over the Raiders in this one.
Can't believe you. You know how hard it was for me to pick this game?
I can imagine it's pretty hard.
Watching Monday and seeing the Raiders struggle.
Mm-hmm.
Cleveland. When you're playing a quarterback that they literally just found off the goddamn street.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way in hell you're supposed to struggle in a game like that. No way in hell. When you've actually had a game plan, maybe not offensive, maybe not defensively, but offensive. You knew what you wanted to do, and you still put up 16 damn points. How? How is that possible?
I get it. I have to live with it every week.
I was like, what? I was actually about to DM you. I was like, they lose this game to goddamn Cleveland. With no
And here's the thing. If you go to my Facebook post, I actually had Cleveland beating the Raiders. And that almost came to reality if it wasn't for 3 seconds.
Oh, my God. I was like, dude, you got to be kidding me. When I saw Kareem Hunt Nick Chubb run that touchdown, I was like, how? How did you do that?
It is what it is.
I can't. I trust Derek Carr over Drew Lock. So I'm going Raiders just because of that. But boy, Drew Lock wasn't Drew Lock. I would take Denver. It's Teddy Bridgewater's plan. Boy, I'm taking Denver, and I'm not looking back. Other than that, Drew Lock is Drew Lock. Yeah, I'm going Raiders.
Okay. Okay, we'll see. I mean, I already know the pain. You're about to understand what I'm talking about here. So, next game, Washington, Dallas. Look, Washington, they're not out of it. They're still in it. It's just going to be harder. It's just going to be harder now. Dallas, they need this win. Because remember, I don't like Stephen A. Not because of like his antics or anything like that. It's just I hate because I know he's right. The more pressure we put on Dallas,
They're gonna crack.
it's like, oh my God, is he? And you know what's funny? Dallas has a lot of pressure in this game. Like, you need to win this because it's a division game. You're 4-0 in your division. As of today, the Dallas Cowboys are 4-0. And they need to win this because should they lose, then it's like, oh my God. Oh my God, Philly's right behind us.
And they play Philly? Where?
Yeah, Philly.
At Philly, last game of.
And that's what I'm saying. So don't think, and here's the thing, the last time Washington played Dallas, they almost came back. Look, I'm gonna go Dallas here. Because I think it's at home. It's gonna be different. And I think the Dallas Cowboys are gonna finally destroy the narrative that they can handle their business.
Okay.
I have faith in the Dallas Cowboys. I know Dallas is gonna win. I just need them to dominate. That's the difference.
Okay. I have no faith in Dallas. Washington's going to win this game.
Oh my God.
I was waiting for you to finish. I was like, yes. He's going to get it. Washington is going to beat the living hell out of Dallas.
In what regard? In what regards do you think Washington's going to?
It's going to be so beautiful. Listen, last night was the perfect situation for Washington to go into Dallas and just whoop their ass. just unload. Just completely unload. Listen. Dallas offense is terrible.
It's a problem. It's a problem.
I bad because they keep trying to give Ezekiel Elliott the goddamn ball. You need to give Torrey Pollard the damn ball. Zeke, you will be used when we need you to be used. Other than that, dude, you can ride the bench.
Tony Pollard's the perfect situation for Dallas right now. With the way the offensive line's playing, I think Tony Pollard should get a little bit more looks.
He fits this team.
And here's the crazy thing about Tony Pollard. I mean, if everything goes right, we're looking at a point where Tony Pollard could almost rush for 1,000 yards.
And here's the thing. Ezekiel Elliott didn't break that game against the Saints. Tony Pollard did.
Exactly.
So it's kind of like you see what's going on, but you're getting forced to give the damn ball to Zeke. It's stupid. You're going to lose this game because of that. I think they're going to be – this is the time where you're going to see a conflict of interest. You're going to see where you clearly see Tony Pollard being the better running back, but you're like, I got to keep giving it to Zeke. Jerry Jones paid his ass this money.
Exactly. So you have to pay him. You have to play him.
Oh, you have to keep giving him the ball. And Dak is going to get hurt because of that.
So –
now he's in a position where he's going to have to throw the ball a little bit more than he needs to. And he's going to hold the ball a little bit too damn much, and he's going to get hit.
mm-hmm.
And I think Washington...
They know this. Of course they know this.
And listen, we act like Dallas won that game, but Dallas had Washington had all of the pressure on them to win that game 2 weeks ago. Now it's Dallas that got all the pressure on them because not only they lead the division, they're number 2 seed. They're right behind Green Bay. If something happens to Green Bay, which I don't think is going to happen,
no.
they got number 1 seed. That's a lot of pressure. Your offense isn't clicking.
And I think, and that's the thing about it. It's like Stephen A. brings it up. It's like, okay, look, he's like, okay, you guys are winning, but guess what? The narrative's going to be the same. Oh, I can't wait.
It's coming.
And it's right. And and it's not to say that I agree with him. It's just I think Dallas is going to change the narrative. I think Dallas is finally going to change. I'm not saying that they're going to go to the Super Bowl. I just think they're finally going to go over to the fact that they know how to get to the pressure. They know how to defeat pressure now. So,
if this was any other Dallas team, I would agree. I think Dallas will win. But I think because Dak has pressure on him to be the guy, and Dallas defense finally looks like Dallas defense, they're going to crack. They're going to crack. It's coming. It is coming. And I think you're going to lose this game. And then you play Arizona next week, and you're going to lose Arizona. and then you go to Philly, and you're going to lose to Philly. I'm going to get exactly what I wanted. It's exactly what I wanted. You win.
And they could go from number 2 to number 4.
As soon as you get there, like right there. Thank you, NFL. You gave me an extra game. Because if they would have won the division, it would be over. They would have won the division already if it was just the 17 games. The fact that it was 16 games, the fact that it's an extra game, you get an extra week of just being like, yes, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming.
I hope not, because I would feel so bad for Dallas.
They're going to end 10-7, and I'm going to laugh. I'm going to, Philly. I can feel it. Come on, you can feel it. You can feel it.
No, I have faith in these Cowboys. I think they're going to pull through. Dallas is going to pull through.
They're going to lose that Sunday. They're going to lose to Philly on a Sunday night football game. I can see it right now. And then I'm going to go to Mike Tannenbaum and be like, Justin, so you said Jalen Hurts is not a starting quarterback? Are you kidding me? What the hell happened to Dallas? Like, it's just
oh my God, that would kill every Dallas fan, because they know they need home field. Because they don't want to be the 4th seed, and it's like, okay, by the way, the Rams are coming. Oh, by the way, Arizona might be coming. Oh, by the way, we might have to play the 49ers.
You could lose the division, end up as the seed, and then you play against Tampa. On that matchup, rematch of week 1, and you beat Tampa. I think they beat Tampa.
But it's one of those things, man. Dallas is gonna prove everybody wrong. I think. Here's the thing. This is how much I'm willing to put on it. I have more faith in Dallas pulling this through than I do Buffalo making the playoffs. That's how much faith I have in Dallas.
I have Dallas losing this game. I think Dallas loses Arizona. I think they lose to Philly. 3 straight weeks. You go like, what the? And then they get to the playoffs and they beat Tampa in Tampa.
And then they got to go to Los Angeles, and that's where the dream ends, right there.
God, if you love me, if you do love me, this is all I want. I don't care about a lot of other days. Just this in particular. Now the Saints make the playoffs. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. But other than that, if they don't, they're literally kind of like second to last if they can get the playoffs. They have to have a lot of things happen for them to get in the playoffs. But if not, this is exactly what I want. I want Philly to win a division. I want Dallas to be the 7th seed. I want Tampa to be the 2nd seed. Let them play each other. And Dallas beats the living hell out of Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
God, that would suck. Oh my God, that would suck.
And then Dallas goes to Green Bay and gets demolished. And that's please. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. It's not a lot. I just need 3. I just need 5 straight weeks of just heartbreaking.
And this is why, if I ever see Swagoo, this is why I want to give him the biggest hug, because it's like, hey, big guy, I know what you're going through. I go through every year with my Raiders. Come here, big guy. Come here, man. I got you.
I get it. You got drafted by Dallas. I get it. You played with Baltimore too, dude. Just switch your goddamn alliances. Just switch your alliances. Easy. Just switch your goddamn alliances.
I love you, Michael Irvin. I love you, man.
Now he's a different case.
Now, here we go. Last game of Week 16. This Monday Night Football matchup could not be any bigger than it truly is. It is the Miami Dolphins. At one point, the Miami Dolphins were 1-7, left for dead. And now they are 7-7, winning 6 straight. The New Orleans Saints pulled off one of the biggest upsets in Sunday Night Football history, beating the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 9-0.
Score-wise, yeah, it's like that's a weird score.
It's scoring-wise. Put it this way: it was an upset due to the fact of the circumstances involved. Now you have the Miami Dolphins having to go to New Orleans. If they want their season to survive, They have to beat New Orleans in the Superdome. And the one thing I do know about New Orleans fans, it's Monday night. Those fuckers get loud. With the whistle man and everybody, New Orleans gets loud. Alvin Kamara looks healthy again. The Miami Dolphins. This is going to be a fun Monday Night Football matchup that I cannot wait for. I am excited about this game. I hate to do this to you, man.
Go ahead.
I'm going to go Miami. I think they're just the more complete team on Monday Night Football. I think their defense is playing really well. The running game is starting to go. And Tua is looking like what Tua should have looked like. Post shoulder injury. He's starting to get his groove back. And I get it. That Saints defense is amazing, and I gave him nothing but credit for it. But I just do not trust Trevor Siemian. I do not trust Taysom Hill on that Miami defense. It's going to be tough because I think they finally meet a defense that can actually get to the quarterback. And with the injuries to the offensive line of the Saints, this is why I'm going to go Miami over New Orleans.
Both quarterbacks are washes.
It's a wash in a sense. But who do you trust right now more?
Neither one.
I kind of have a little more trust in Tua, to be honest with you.
I take Tua over Taysom Hill any day of the week. I really would. I really would. If this plays like they did Sunday night, nobody's beating this.
And you guys need this win too. And the reason why it's so interesting is because so late in the year, we get an inter-promotional conference matchup between two teams that are on the outside looking in that need to win, which is why I think I'm more excited about this game than any other game this whole week.
I'll say this. Sean Payton is coaching if he's off the COVID list by Monday and he's coaching Monday. I think we win. Reason why, game plan wise, I think he will find a way to get Taysom Hill.
And I can't wait. I really do hope. And here's the thing. Even if Sean Payton doesn't get out, Dennis Allen did a good enough job. I cannot wait to see the two defensive mind coaches going at it. Brian Flores versus Dennis Allen. That's amazing. Now, Brian Flores versus Sean Payton. Oh, man, that's money. That's money. That's money. That's money. And that's what I'm saying. It's such an interesting, so late in the year, you're going to give us this game. I'm telling you, this is going to be the game where everybody's going to tune in. No, I'm not even a Miami Dolphins fan or a New Orleans fan, but I'm going to be rushing home to get to my seat and be like, turn on the tube. Don't even talk to me. Turn on the TV. What is happening? What's happening?
I think we win. Reason why. Taysom Hill makes a play.
This is going to be one. This is the one game I'm looking forward to. And here's the thing. There's other good games too. Bills, Patriots. That's a good one. Broncos, Raiders. That's a good one. Steelers, Chiefs. That's a good one. 49ers, Titans. That's a good one. Colts, Cardinals. That's a good one. But Ravens, Bengals. Hell yeah, I'm going to watch that. But it's like the fact that it's so late in the year and you're going to give us this game when we know what's at stake for both teams, yeah, I'm tuning in.
And what's actually closer to getting in the playoffs than the other?
Think about it. The NFC is not that good at the bottom of the barrel. We're talking about the AFC where we're talking about Buffalo, Chargers, the Bills, Colts. We're talking about teams that it's like, oh my God, they're way better than the NFC. They're way better than the wild card that the NFC has to offer. Maybe not the 49ers, maybe not the Rams or the Cardinals, but really think about it. Saints, Vikings, Panthers, come on now. Give me a break.
I feel like we have Jameis. This will be a way different conversation.
I think so too, but I can't wait. Like I said, I'm excited for this matchup. I am. I am. So I know you are too, but you got to wait till Monday. So you just got to chill out, enjoy it, just chill.
I got football from Thursday to Saturday, but Tuesday to Monday.
Pretty much. That's pretty much what it is. So all you got to do is just chill. And then once it's 5 o'clock my time, it'll be 7 o'clock your time when kickoff happens. You just got to chill until 7 p.m. That's all you got to do. Just chill. Just chill, man. You got this. You got this.
Let this be a late Christmas present. Come on, Saints. God damn it.
This is, oh my God. I cannot wait. Like I said, I'm excited. And I'm not wearing green to show my support for Miami. It's just the shirt, the work shirt that I was stuck with today. So it's like, all right, here it is. But yeah, like I said, I got Miami over New Orleans. And like I said, this is going to be an exciting matchup. So I can't wait. But that's going to do it for our show, man. Week 16. This is it. After this, 2 more weeks. And little by little, we'll know who's in the playoffs. We'll know who's out. Little by little, man, it's coming to fruition. So we'll see. Brandon, it's always awesome talking to you, man. I look forward to talking to you next Wednesday, man.
All right, man. See you, man. Tuesday.
I'll see you Tuesday, man. Take it easy, brother. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in today, man.